Hi, I'd like to have a small Q&A session regarding Scotty as well as most of the animals we rescue here. Where are these animals coming from? It's a very common question. They come from several sources. Sometimes they come from the very same hospital that we work at. People who come there with their animals, and the moment they hear the diagnosis, they ask them to be euthanized without wanting to go further on the treatment, sometimes without even wanting to know exactly what the problem is with the animal. So we have some of these cases, and whenever this happens, usually the vets call me and they tell me what the case is about and what the problem is, and then I decide whether we take the animal or not. Most of the time we take it. Another source of animals is when associations around the country, rescues around Spain, contact us and tell us, look, we found this animal, we found this cat, or we found this dog, and we don't have any funds to treat it. So could you please help us? Again, most of the times we say yes, except when there is some other organization or there is someone else that can treat the animal better than us. For example, if it is a real emergency and the animal is in the other side of the country, I will say, please contact this other organization or this other person, and they'll be able to help you much quicker than we will. Another source is when private individuals, they they are in the fields, they are on a holiday, and they find a cat that has been run over by a car or who has clear distressing injuries. In this case, again, most of the times we say yes, and we take the animal on board and we treat it and we find them a home. So please don't forget that whatever you see in this page or whatever you see in this channel is only a small fraction of the things we do. This is purely because of the nature of social media. We can't be posting cases and cases every single day, new cases, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 new cases. Then our channel will be overloaded, and honestly I wouldn't be able to coordinate everything. Remember that I have to coordinate the rescue, the treatment, the fundraising, and the rehoming. So I wouldn't be able to do my job perfectly well, which is what I always aim to do. Another common question is, have you prosecuted these people? Have you put them in jail? No. You have to understand, I don't have the capabilities to put anyone in jail. I don't have the capabilities to investigate anything. In this country, animal laws are extremely weak, and this is a common complaint, and this is a big problem that we have here. I mean, someone may kill his dog with a hammer, and he may get a fine of about $150. So, and in order to get this person to pay this fine, you have to spend 1 year going to court. You have to get your own lawyer, prosecute these guys, and for what? For $150? You see? So I believe that there are much better ways that I can use my time, and that way is to treat the animals, to show the case to the world, and to teach everyone by example, to lead by example, so that people understand that those things are wrong. The fact is that many times the people who do these things, they are not even aware that they are doing anything wrong. They come from rural areas, they've done these things all their lives. The kitties are born, so they put them all in a plastic bag and they throw them in the river. This is what their father did, this is what the grandfather did, and this is what is always been done. So it's very difficult to sue these people. First you have to find them. I mean, usually an animal abuser doesn't go around doing these things in the open, doesn't advertise them, and so people don't know who the person is. Whenever we find who they are, then you have to spend a lot of time and effort in lawyers, going to court, just so the person has a $100 fine. I really, we are not an organization that is geared towards getting people to court. There are some organizations here that do this, and they do a great job, but that's just not us. We are focused on rescue, on treatment, and rehoming, and believe me, this takes far too much of my time, and really this takes a huge toll on me and our team of volunteers. If on top of it we have to be prosecuting people, we wouldn't exist as we do now, and we wouldn't be saving as many lives as we save right now. We will be a different kind of organization. Not better, not worse, just a different kind of organization. Another common question, or more of an assertion, is, I hate Spanish people. You are all so cruel. What's wrong with you? Spanish men are horrible. What can I tell you to this? I'm a Spanish man and I'm not horrible. So, and like me, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and tens of thousands and millions of people that are not animal abusers, are not horrible. So we must never dismiss an entire country or entire race because of the actions of a few, and this applies to just about everything. In Spain, you have cities and you have villages, and traditionally in the villages things have been done differently. In the villages you tend to have many hunters. You don't have them in the cities, although there are some people that went from the villages to the cities and they bring their traditions here. So those people go back on the weekend and they hunt. I mean, the debate is very extensive and very lengthy. I mean, are hunters doing a good job to nature? I mean, are these good people who actually love their animals? Honestly, I've met some hunters who were great with their animals, but a very few. And whenever I hear a case of, yeah, my father is a hunter and he loved his dog so much, yeah, maybe your father is yeah, it's possible, yeah. But the fact is that most of the animals we rescue are hunting dogs. They all come from hunters. No one is going to adopt a hunting dog just to torture him, to hang him from a tree, and then leave him in the fields. So we know where these animals come from. Every single rescue in the country know where they're coming from. But there's always someone who say, oh no, but I'm a hunter and I love my dog. Okay, good for you. But the fact is that all these animals we rescue come from hunters. Over here, most hunters are absolutely horrible to the animals and to their dogs, and it's just that's the way it is. I'm sorry if I ever hurt people's sensitivities, but the fact is they are pretty horrible. In Spain, another question, do people use traps in Spain regularly? No, in Spain hunting with traps is strictly forbidden. But it is strictly forbidden to go in the highway at 280 kilometers per hour, and there are some people who do it. So there are some people who still hunt with traps, and when they catch them, they get them small fines. Nothing, just a slap on the wrist. Not really big deterrence. So people still do it. What happened with the animals you rescue after you treat them? We find them homes. This channel is full of animals. You will see so many videos. Animals that have gone to their homes and they're having perfectly happy lives. And many of you remember Betsy, Sky just now. I don't know. There are hundreds and hundreds of them. Can, Otto, you name it. There's so many of them. So yes, when we rescue an animal, we make sure we find the right family for them, and then we send them home. We don't send them, we take them. Most of the time I take them myself. I record these videos, I show it to people, and that way people they have a closure, they have the full rescue from the beginning to end. And this brings me to Scotty. Scotty was rescued in a place, in a city called Teruel. Teruel is a small city surrounded by many villages, and it's a very rural area. And there are many hunters there. So Scotty, a hunting dog, abandoned in the fields with a broken back. And it's not some people say, oh, but this dog has been run over by a car. When a dog is run over by a car, he has other kind of injuries. Scotty's injuries are on the cervical area, here, right on the neck, and it's an impact, it's a blunt trauma. He's lucky, his legs still have sensitivity, so this is great, but he can't stand on his own. He stands and he falls, he takes 2 steps and he falls. So that's what we're trying to fix. We're gonna operate, we're gonna open the vertebra, we're gonna decompress the spinal cord in the hope that he will be able to regain some functions. Obviously, it's a very risky surgery, chances of success, we don't know, but the thing is that we don't know anything. We never know how a surgery is gonna go. Chances are they're gonna go well because we have an incredible team of vets and we have, fantastic rehab facilities, and we know what we're doing, but there is no guarantees in anything we do. There is no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees you're going to have a job tomorrow. There's no guarantee that your husband is going to still be there, or your wife is going to still be there, and there's no guarantees for anything. So we do everything we can every single time, and that's what we're doing here. So now I'm going to show you a video that I shot of Scotty this morning at the hospital. In that video you can only see not only his disability, not only the problem that he has, but his character. He's incredibly sweet. He wants to be petted, he wants to be rubbed, and above all, he wants to be able to stand up and walk. So please have a look to his video. This is Scotty. Next week we're gonna have a surgery and we're gonna try to change his life forever. So Scotty's surgery is gonna be very early next week, either Monday or Tuesday. I cannot do this alone. Please, if you can, consider joining my Patreon page. There's a link down below. It will take you to my Patreon page and you will be able to choose what amount you can help with every month. This gives me a stable income so that I can continue rescuing. Another way to do it is you can click on the PayPal link, and again, you can decide what amount to donate towards a rescue fund, and this is also a great way to help. So thank you very much for being here. This is what we do. If what we do moves you, if you think this is important, please help. Thank you.